So this is going to be a quick look at the similarities and the differences between the Walker passive headphones and then the Walker Razor Slims, which are electronic headphones. So on the right here, I've got a set of the Walker passive headphones, and you'll notice they look really similar to the Razor Pro ears, except for a couple of differences. So with passive headphones, there's no electronic components. The noise dampening feature that these headphones offer comes from the cup here, which goes around each ear, and then the padding in the middle. And this cup creates a seal over the ear and basically muffles the sound coming in, and in an attempt to make it hearing safe. And so these are most of the passive headphones like this have a kind of what they call a top end, where they'll do noise reduction, and they max out at about 33 decibels. So they'll muffle things down to about 33 decibels, but it does depend on the volume of the sound. So those are the passives. And then here we've got a set of the Walker Razor. These are the Razor Slims electronics. And the biggest difference between the electronics and the passives is the electronic units have basically a microprocessor in them. And that microprocessor is connected to this external speaker. And there's one on this side too, so it picks up sound from both sides. And then there's a microprocessor on the inside that when the sound comes in, whatever is picked up, it evaluates the volume of the sound and then muffles it down to make it hearing safe. Now the upside with using electronics, the biggest upside is you can hear other people. If you're on the range, you can hear ambient noise. You can hear people talking to you. You can hear things around you, and it's fairly clear. With the passives, everything is muffled, because the passives don't have a way to differentiate what's loud and what's not, so everything is muffled. Other people talking to you, you can't pick up ambient sounds unless they're incredibly loud, and so there are limitations, and there's pros and cons to both. The upside with passives is they don't require any maintenance or upkeep, and by that I mean there's no electronic components, so there's no batteries to run out. There's no risk of electronic component going out or anything like that. So these are, in their simplest form, are fairly easy, and I won't say they're error proof, that'd be misleading, but they're the easier to use with the least amount of maintenance, if that makes sense. The electronics have a higher upside because, in terms of the pros, because you can hear sounds around you and communicate with other shooters and that type of stuff much easier than you can with the passives. The downside with electronics are the batteries will run out; they'll have to be replaced. There's electrical components that can go out, and basically you either send it in for repair or you just transition these to a set of passive, because the electronics will work as passives as well. You can see they've got the same cup approach, padding on the inside to dampen the sound down, but the electronics is what really makes the electronic setup attractive to people. If you take away the electronics, then basically you just got a more expensive set of passives that you've overpaid for. Um, so they both have pros and cons, um, and and both have their place. I own several different pairs over the years of electronics and passives. I thought I would show these two because they're both Walker, same brand, and they kind of only have one difference, one being passive, one being electronic. So hopefully, if you weren't sure about the differences between passive and electronic, this has kind of helped explain it for you.